Strategies by Angela Morgan. Hi, welcome fellow colleagues. My name is Angela Morgan, and this presentation was created to outline the use of questioning strategies, assessments, and digital tools, and provide examples of probing questions regarding the activity that was created previously that was shown in our last staff development meeting. Please, if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to email me, and I will try my best to reply at my earliest convenience. DOK level. What type of questions do you ask students? Number 1, recall. Number 2, skills and concepts. 3, strategic thinking. 4, extended thinking. When you are asking students to recall information from previous knowledge, you must ask questions like, what have you read about this topic, and what do you already know about this topic? This type of question is used when students are answering those who, what, when, where, why questions and repeating information that was previously taught. Skills and concepts are used when teachers like us are used as a thinking strategy, so that our students can use them to solve complex problems to help recognize, identify, recall, or define basic concepts. This type of questions are used when students are using methods such as comparing and contrasting, summarizing, and making observations. Number 3, strategic thinking. It's used when students explain and justify thinking and provide supporting evidence. This type of questions are used to support higher thinking for students. Extended thinking is used when students are using complex reasoning, planning, and development. This type of questions are used when students are applying concepts, analyzing, and connecting to their lesson. 5 probing questions for recall. Formative assessment questions. Can you recall what an environment means? What is a family? Can you identify a difference in your lifestyle from the person photograph that you selected? The second side, summative assessment questions. Can you explain to me the difference between your personal lifestyle from this year and last year? How can you tell the difference in between a media representation and an artifact? The first question on the formative assessment side, asking students if they can remember what an environment meant. This was used because it will help me determine if students are aware of the usage of their prior knowledge of environments that will help them with this specific lesson now. This will be used as an exit ticket. The second question, what is a family, is asking if they can remember what a family is. This lets me know if they can tap into prior knowledge as well, which will be used as an exit ticket as well. The third formative assessment question taps into prior knowledge because it is asking students to use their comparing and contrasting skills to determine the difference between their lifestyle and their classmate, which this will be used as an exit ticket as well. The first summative assessment question is asking students to explain the difference between two things that is tapping into their prior grade and still challenging them, which will be used as a text question. The second summative assessment is asking students to explain the difference between two things that they have previously used before and currently using now, which will also be used as a text question. 5 probing questions for skills and concepts. One side is formative assessment, the second side is summative assessment question. The first one, can you explain how your classmate lifestyle affects their environment? How can you use what you learned today about the different lifestyles help you understand the different cultures that you see every day? Third one, what did you notice that you have in common or like your fellow classmates? The summative assessment question, what steps did you take to spot the differences in the photographs and artifacts that were given to you? Can you summarize or put in your own words what you learned today about lifestyles and artifacts help you identify different cultures? The first formative assessment question asks students to explain how their classmates' lifestyle is different from theirs. This question still taps into prior knowledge and the skills that they are learning. This will be going on during the think, pair, share, and those turning talks. The second formative assessment question asks students to explain what they have learned today, using those skills that were taught to help them understand different cultures, lifestyles, and people that they see every day. This will also be used to think, pair, share, and those turn and talk opportunities. The third formative assessment question is giving the students to summarize what they have learned so far by using skills that were taught to them during the lesson. The first summative assessment question It's giving the students the opportunity to use tactics that they have learned from the lesson to discover the differences. This will be a short answer on the exam. The second summative assessment question is giving the students the opportunity to reflect by using their skills to answer the question. 5 probing questions for strategic thinking. One side is formative assessment, second side is summative assessment. Number 1, how is someone's lifestyle related to their environment? What 3 things affect someone's lifestyle? How would you use your artifacts to show another classmate your way of living? What do you think would happen if the person artifact that you chose moves environment? Would their lifestyle change? What do you think would happen if families did not have artifacts to show us how they're living? The first formative assessment question asks students to explain how different lifestyles are different based on their environment. This is still using basic recall information and for them to strategize while answering questions. That's the think, pair, share, and turn and talk opportunities. The second formative question asks students to use strategic thinking on ways that will affect someone's lifestyle. The third formative assessment question is a check for understanding to see if students understand the topic but still have them strategize on their answer. The first formative assessment question asks questions to strategize while thinking of ways that different lifestyles are different based on location. This will be used on a short answer on exams. The second one is asking students to also strategize on their thinking to determine different outcomes. Will be used as a short answer on exam as well. One summative assessment strategy. The 3 formative assessment questions ask students to explain ways that the usage of art can be used. For example, what do you think would happen if the person artifact that you chose moves environment? Would their lifestyle change? How can you tell the difference in between media representation and an artifact? Can you summarize or put in your own words what you've learned today about lifestyles and artifacts to help you identify different cultures? And this is asking students to explain the usage of art can be used. This giving them an extended amount of thinking as well as ensuring that they are understanding the lesson. This will also be given to think, pair, share, turn and talk. The first and summative assessment questions ask students to use their extended thinking to come up with ways that they can learn more on their own using their ideas. This causes them to think beyond the lesson. This will be a short answer question on their final exam on this specific standard. All right, on the next slide, excuse me, back up just a few minutes. 3 formative assessment strategies during the activity. Think, pair, share, turn and talk, exit ticket. Check for understanding. What 3 things affect someone's lifestyle? Can you explain how your classmate lifestyle affects their environment? How would your daily life be different if another person's culture by you living in Memphis? These are also giving the students that think, pair, share, turn and talk, and exit tickets so they can dig deeper into what is being taught inside the lesson. 2 digital tools for supporting students, which will be Kahoot and Quizzes. The first digital tool is Kahoot. Kahoot supports students in developing their own higher order questioning skills, stimulate discussion, and promote inquiry/critical thinking by allowing students to engage in real-time collaboration activities, which allows them to learn actively. They also get immediate feedback, higher energy levels during each question, and higher motivation. Kahoot also allows students to think critically about the situation they are facing in relation to the subject matter, being tested within how the questions are asked. I can also challenge students to create their Kahoot game with their groups to think of more challenging questions. The second digital tool is Quizzes. Quizzes support students in developing their own high-order question skills, stimulate discussions, and promote inquiry and critical thinking by enabling students to take ownership over their own learning and to reach their specific skills. Quizzes help students to be able to create their own quiz themselves, and take the quiz the teacher assigned to them. Quizzes let students to be able to read the questions on their device, read on their own, which would make them to be engaged more. Give them little hints before they get the entire question wrong. And there is no time limit on how many times for them to actually take the quiz again. Thank you for listening and watching my presentation. I appreciate your time and patience as I present this information to you, and you have a good day. Thank you.